Good evening, everyone. It's Wednesday, it's the mid of the week. It is time for some more good old Warframe.
1 EF, 12 TAL damage for everyone.
Okay.
Hello there, 07.
Hello there, Merrydeck. And Flo as well. Thank you very much for resubscribing to both of you there. Flo thoughts on a full year of support on the channel, and then proceeding to nearly break the text-to-speech, because sure, why not? And Merrydeck, thank you very much for reaching 2 months. That lovely bronze badge of support right there as well. Cheers to both of you. And once again, I don't know why this happens, but once again, Twitch has recognised both of those subs twice.
Hi Ken, it's been a minute. Take some bits.
Diabetic Coma with the 2,000 bits as well. Thank you very much, I do appreciate that. And that also has been recognised on the alert tracker twice. Because Twitch has sent it twice. Twitch is just doubling up all of these things. They've got 0% bot and 200% alerts at the moment. I don't get it. But that does mean we're 77% of the way through a hype train, so sure, why not? Why not? Welcome in, everybody. I am feeling a lot better. In fact, I am feeling fully recovered from my illness now, so that is all good. That is all good. The flu has flown away. Yeah, let's go with that terrible pun. The flu has flown away. I intend to have a video out tomorrow as well, so that is all going to be good. And today, well, Lavos might need to take a little bit of a backseat. Lavos is going to have to take a little bit of a backseat, and a bit quicker than that, actually. Because today, I want to be having a look more at some Dagath. That is the idea. Because I've not spent enough time looking at this Warframe and understanding this Warframe. I've been doing basically anything else. So it's about time I get onto that. At least now, at this point, surely DU have patched most of the more immediate things they're going to patch with Dagath. So that's the plan. Imagine if we don't want money. That would be nice, Snake. But then, it's not going to, yeah. You almost forgot where the stash gets placed? Yeah, it gets placed there, which means that the entirety of the hole in Dagath's head is a mouth. Yeah, that is what it is. That is what it is. As you say, the multi-hits, like I showed you a while ago, is still a thing. Fair enough, yeah. There's going to be some bits I'm going to have to recap, and bits to properly understand, but, you know, we'll get there. We've got a whole stream in which to do that. It does also seem that the bot is just dead at the moment. Yeah, nope, if that command isn't working, the bot's dead. Not sure why the bot is dead, but the bot is dead. Which is weird because the bot recognized that the stream started and said a message to that effect. And then it died. Are the tickets coming through? Nope. The tickets haven't hit, not a single one of them. Bot dead. So let me see if there's something I can do about that first. Let me see if I can bring the bot back somehow. If I do this and that, and then that, nope, okay, that's fine. I have another thing I can do. Let's this one, that one, okay, and then that. Cool, that narrows it down then. That's a Twitch issue. Twitch is not allowing the bot to read what's going on. Excellent. Thanks, Twitch. I really appreciate that. So the bot is fully functional, but Twitch is just not sending it information. That's what's happening there. Great! Yep. There is no way to get around that. So Twitch is double sending alerts and not sending chat messages. At least the alerts still happen. So we got that going for us. Twitch API issues? Probably. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about that to really know much of anything to do on it. I just know that, well, having done what I've done with the bot now that's...
Sorry to interrupt, was a weird number to end on there.
Fair enough, Betty. Thank you very much for the 450 prideful bits right there. Appreciate that. Mystic say, hello Kenjineer, tried playing Warframe with the new playlist and it worked. It was so much fun to the point I went 1 hour Argon Crystal farming on Steel Path. Nice! The new playlist? I'm gonna guess you mean by the music playlist? All the same. I'm glad it's going well for you. Alright, so Dagath. Remember from previously, we've had a look at this. We got a ability which sends out some scythes, they act weirdly, they slow down the enemies, and they do some amount of damage. We got Doom, which condemns nearby enemies to doom. Portion of damage Dagath deals is revisited upon them by a word scythe. They also suffer viral damage. Fair do, Mystic, fair do. Grave Spirit. Supercharged Dagath's weapons of extra critical damage. That just kind of sits on and then turns off if you screw up. Yo, L Wolver, thank you very much for resubscribing there now. Tier 1 for 5 months, I do appreciate that. And this is going to be the last month of your silver badge. Oh, Wolver, cheers. Cheers indeed. Betty ranking up the train on their own. I mean, there was already some contribution to it, but yeah, Betty does have quite the swing with that train, doesn't he? And then we have Rakali's Cavalry. I'm going to guess that's how it's pronounced. Which is basically just sheer damage and also defense reduction. Cool. Right, so these are the bits and pieces I would like to look over. And then beyond that, functionality in kill-free missions, which honestly it's looking like already that there isn't any. Limited kill missions, unlimited kill, and circuit. Because that's how I pretty much break down the mission types. Your kill-free things are things like spy missions, where you don't have to kill anyone. You've got limited kill, like exterminate, where there's a fixed number, usually more spread out, go deal with them. Unlimited kill is like survival or defense, you just keep going. And then you have, obviously, circuit is circuit, which comes with its own challenges and therefore often its own build. So, that's to be considered with all of this. One thing I want to understand first is this defense reduction and the damage. Which happens first? So, let's go test that out. Seeing as that's my first question, let's go test that out. I must know.
You are a true
what are we doing this stream? I don't know, Ackerman. Let's see. What does the stream title say? So I'm fairly certain I updated it, although that said Twitch is saying I didn't now. That's weird. Okay. Cool, yeah, I tried updating it through the bot, of course. Bot and Twitch aren't talking to each other, so we didn't update the stream, which means everyone got the old message as well, didn't you? Okay, but we're looking into Dagath. I should have double checked that. I didn't think the bot would be dead, so, well, not dead, but not connecting. Twitch. Don't worry, Esri, we won't need to go on believes or possibilities, I'll just test it. Alright.
7 months. Working toward that full pot slowly but surely.
Nice. Umbrella, thank you very much for resubscribing at 7 months. I really do appreciate that. Cheers. Looks like we got a lot of resubs today. Wonder how that's all lined up. Okay, so if we do the first one, that should reduce a whole bunch of their defenses. I need more energy to do a second one. The second one, if they stack together, should be total defense strip, so let's see what happens. Or I don't understand his ability. Doomed enemies. Gotta doom them first. Right. Yeah. My bad. Forgot it was a combo ability, not some just working ability. You're my test case. Interesting. Hits them multiple times over. Interesting. Okay. They died in less than a second, so it wasn't like a timing window. They just died. Very interesting. Now, I've fairly said I saw a 5 on the end of the second larger number, which would suggest that it didn't have the full damage effect there, but it's hard to say. Yeah, Meridic, yeah. It is seeming like nothing would just survive the test, would it? What I could do is I can swing this around here, grab an Extinguished Dragon Key. Damage should be reduced, but not the defense strip. So I've got Steel Path level 195, Exo Gok stats, and I have a damage nerf. Not dead! I am successfully finding a way with this setup to full armor strip without killing them. Okay, cool. And apparently we do one... Yeah, we're doing a 117,000 damage there. So the question is, do I do 117,000 damage or so on the ones which are not yet armor stripped? Yes, but that might have been a third hit. I think that was a third hit. Actually, I can back record and go have a look. I can use all of my computer facilities and let's have a look. Warframe, recording. Just got it up on my second screen. So she took 9 damage, lost a lot of armor. And then, oh, that was too quick. 2,940. Lost the rest of the armor, and then took the 117,000. Okay. So it hits first, and then... Yeah, hits first, and then does the armor strip. Hey! The bolt's back up. And Desaris, thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well today. Hope you are indeed doing well today. What we learned so far, chat? We have learned that this does damage first, strip second. That genuinely went further than I expected. Okay. Useful. Right, so bot seems to be alive. That's good. You thought this was a maid stream? No. No. This is not a maid stream. You are a month and a day late on that one. Alright. Just make sure bot is fully responding to everything it should do. Yeah. If that command works, it's working fully. Cool! I can re-update the stream information now. The raffle is indeed happening. Huzzah! Also, let's turn off Twitch's drops enabled tag. Again. Twitch. Which, why? Okay, so if I... Doom did not release from there. If I do Doom, and then 4. I mean, yeah, that did a lot. That did work. Thank you, Desires. I do appreciate that. This community really did step it up, didn't they? When it came to QTCC. This community really, really did step it up. Honestly, far more than I ever expected. Far, far more. I literally expected we get maybe $1,000 or so dollars. Turns out I was incorrect. Just a little bit. Alright, so without the Dragon Key on, back to normal operation. Get the energy to do this. Stepped up and spent your savings? Pretty much Esprit, yes. Oh, wrong one. But that also helps, I suppose. So yeah, the ones in range to get multi-trampled did indeed get multi-trampled. Pretty nasty. How about this one right here? If I cast it here. Interesting. Not sure what I'm witnessing here. There's something going on, but I'm not sure what it is I'm witnessing. Ronald asking, how much of that do you think it was because of them wanting you to do mage streams? A large chunk, I would wager. A large chunk. I mean, that does seem to be pretty effective. Yeah, that does seem pretty effective, doesn't it? The problem is the sheer energy cost. The problem is the sheer energy cost for such a defense reduction, because you're having to doom the enemies, which means getting them in the range and the angle, and then casting that, which is quite expensive if you're going to go through that process. When you consider that Tharos Strike with a 50% no questions asked defense reduction is what, 50 energy? And yet this is 150 for slightly more questions asked. Doesn't say the run equilibrium and 100 efficiency for horse spam. Yeah, fair do, fair do. Right, now with this setup, I've currently got it set using catalyzing shields because let's face it, with those tiny shields, Dagath was going to get nowhere with it, so might as well shrink them down and gain back the capacity. Because if I take this off, we have 1.13 seconds of shield gate. If I put this on, we get 1.33. It just makes sense to have it on at that point. Assuming we have the space to spare, and we do. LD say, what did he say is need to figure out how to make Ember good for Steel Path the way you want to. Keep running completely out of energy because I wasn't paying attention to immolation. I mean, sounds like you just need to pay attention to immolation, to be honest. That does seem to be a bit. So, this currently sets up using Prime Flow, which is giving a lot of that energy max. Arcane Nullifier, I guess I put on there just to make sure I didn't get zapped out of the way, and Energize because lots of energy. Otherwise, using a couple of Augur mods and just plenty of strength to get to where we are here. But is this where I want it to be? So we get a increase in spread range. Sides also spread doom and extend its duration. Okay. Yeah, the spread range is obviously based on range. Slow is based on strength. So duration based on duration. Range here is for the actual effect of casting. And then damage and damage redirection. This, you want strength. Crit damage is just great. And then this one is pretty much purely damage, isn't it? A little bit of duration, but mostly just damage. And defense reduction, which is just damage. Bilberg, have you got a actual point to make there? Because I can't tell if you're just being funny or if you have actually something to say. Esprit, same. I mainly use build on her, uses 120% strength from shards, 160 efficiency because the multi-hit horses, people are usually fully stripped anyways. True, there is that aspect to it. At the same time, you would get a much, much weaker slow. That 120% would give you, what, 42% slow? Which is a bit low. That's not even one cold prong these days, right? Oh wait, I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, here's the slow. Still. Bilberg saying shield gating gimps a lot of the build. You could get higher strength, range, etc. without the shield gating. You could apply one mod more, Bilberg, yes. And then what's your defense? What is your defense at that point, Bilberg? I'm probably saying using Arcane Blessing, Equilibrium, Health Conversion build, Dagath works just fine. Where are you getting the health orbs from? I mean, if you're using it with a companion setup, then sure. If you got a companion that's pouring out health orbs, that's not going to work for the circuit. Because no companion. UC Simticon? Okay, so Bilberg also going down that road, which fair enough, but then you're also modding for that. You talk about, no, this is costing a mod, but then you have to use health conversion, which this build isn't using, and you have to use an arcane for the health maximum. This one's health orbs? Doesn't say it does. This one also doesn't say it does. Is there something I'm missing in the tips? Let's see here. Health orbs. Just going to glance through for it. Dagath's passive is Dagath's passive. It is what it is. Doesn't say about health orbs. Doesn't say about health orbs. Doesn't say about health orbs. Nope. Nope. In Dagath's spectral form, every kill generates a health orb. Be aggressive during Dagath's invulnerability to ensure a safe return to life. Okay. So you need to pop this to make health orbs. That's where it comes from. They're going to put that in the text here, I feel like. Escape fatal blows by briefly assuming a spectral form, granting health orbs on every kill while active. I feel like they could have just put that in the ability text, rather than burying it in a tip. Because that is very buried information. When you compare that to your 4 runs in the direction you cast it. The cavalry can hit enemies multiple times near the start of its cast, which can be very effective for rapidly stripping defenses. The cavalry grants invulnerability whilst casting. When in mortal peril, call in the cavalry. They've got time for that in a tip. But yeah, Grave Spirit doesn't actually say anything about the health orbs, it's hidden in a tip. That's weird. Because it changes up the mechanics. Okay. I know. It's weird, isn't it, Kaz? Okay, so this gives you a 12.75 second invulnerability with its current duration. Has a cooldown of 25 seconds. If we get a duration of 250%, we could just have this come off cooldown the moment that your invulnerability runs out, right? I mean, that could genuinely be your tank. 250% duration, you don't die. Right? Your passive will make sure you have the energy. Pretty sure cooldown starts after the end of it. Alright, let's give that a try. I might be wrong then. 25 seconds, 12.75. Duration of the passive. Let's grab one heavy gunner and get shot. Grave Spear is active. Please murder me. Okay, cool. That is now in effect. You've done your bit, so you can kindly start off. I love how it covers up the timer on the UI, and then it goes on 25 seconds. Okay, duration does not get around that. Duration does not help that. Yeah, really not a fan of that UI blockage. That is really not helpful. At the very least, the UI that I'm looking at should come in front of whatever that goopiness is on screen. Because that's just hiding the timer from me. Yeah, I don't like that. I do not like that. Alright, not grand. Not grand at all there. Top right timer is a bit easier to see. There is that if there's another timer up there, amongst all the bajillion other timers that can happen during a mission. I like be able to look in a static place and go, yep, that's the timer on the thing which says I'm invulnerable or not. But hey, why not? So we get a critical damage perk that's on and doubled against doomed enemies up until we die. Then we don't die, and our UI gets slimed. For lack of a better description. I'm starting to see why I didn't continue playing this Warframe. Just getting a bit of an idea. And a no way boss you for? There's that. Betty, cheers. But on that note, just read the card? You received it hours ago. At least. How have you only just read it? Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. For anyone wondering what we're talking about there, the postcards from the Quest to Conquer Cancer are on their way around the world, and in fact, a number of them have already arrived. I don't know if some may have arrived without people mentioning. That's a distinct possibility. I'm fairly certain at least one of them is going out to someone who's not even on the Discord, so, you know, make of that what you will. But yeah. I did say, I read mine as soon as I got it, I was really happy about it. I'm glad. I'm really glad on that. So, damage output. Slow the enemies, which should increase your survivability. Make it where the enemies take more damage. And then more damage again. And then more damage again. Actually say, you're not going to be able to read mine for a while since I'm 2,800 miles away from home. Oh, okay. I mean, unless you're out on a holiday, I'm surprised you didn't ask for that address instead. Okay. Alright. So the problem with the strength on this is that you don't need loads of strength to get the strip on the cavalry necessarily because multi-hit. But then if you skimp on that, you skimp on the slowing effect. No, that's fair, Esprit. Now if we skimp on the slowing effect, then we also skimp on the critical damage boost. We skimp on the damage redirection on Doom. We skimp on just how strong this even is. And I start to wonder, well, what's the point of using Dagath then? If you're going to have a weakened crit bonus and a weakened armor strip and a weakened slow and a weakened damage redirection. Why not just do something else? Okay. I'm going to take this build as it stands at the moment then, knowing what limitations there are. Let's just take this build, run through some pretty standard missions, and I'm not going to use my overpowered weapons. I'm going to use mid-ranged weapons. Yeah. I know the Imidem is more than mid-range, but considering Dagath's survivability or lack thereof, that should be fine. So let's take some relatively mid stuff. Ah, that's unfortunate, Ackerman. Yeah, cross-trade, not here yet. Now, I just want to make sure I've not done anything stupid here with Worm. Nope, that looks good. Got the Volcax equipped, it's got its crit chance, that's all we need. So, yeah, let's give it a whirl, see what happens. Hopefully something interesting. What's got you going, oh well, Meridek? What's got you going, oh well?
These foes deserve your respect. Honor them with quick deaths, and I with your victory.
I mean, Fullmen do good Fullmen stuff, so there's that. But yeah, I'm completely out of energy now. And my only way to restore is drops. Now I know there is the chance of triple. Is it? I think it's just a chance, isn't it? Nope. Well, that pops me invul. Didn't see what got me there. Wasn't paying enough attention, apparently. That's on cooldown. I'm just going to wait for that to come back, to be honest. I haven't tried the new Warframe. Is it good? Still deciding on that, to be honest with you. Still deciding. Yo, Betty! Let's pause this up for a second there. Betty, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. Going out to Padrashka, to Solomir, to Miralabe, to Palmer Farmer, and to Voodoo Ray Ray. Betty, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs there. I appreciate that. Cheers indeed.
Number 1 across the board? I'll take it.
Oh, I see, I see. Number 1 in bits and gifted subs. Yep, fair do.
Number 1 across the board? I'll take it.
Now the alerts are doubling. What? Twitch. What?
Number 1 across the board? I'll take it.
Wait, what? That did do it 3 times, didn't it? That did do it 3 times over. What is going on with Twitch?
Ghost notifications. Cool.
Betty, thank you for the 100 bits, and Meridek, thank you for the 200 bits. We'll see.
Number 1 across the board? I'll take it.
Why?
Ghost notifications. Cool.
What? Why did it pick that one to do again? And then...
Ghost notifications. Cool.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. You know what? This could get very annoying very quickly if it starts just repeating random things and not repeating others or even saying others, because now I've noticed it's not saying any of the... Oh, here we go.
Betty is eternal.
Now let's see how many times that happens. Also, did that skip Meriodex?
Echo.
Right, it did. I'm pausing notifications.
Betty is
After
eternal.
that one snip slew. I'm pausing notifications. Something is really broken. And I will directly address them as much as I can, which means that it's going to be a little bit less interesting, I know, but something has gone really, really, really wrong on Twitch's end. What the hell? So, Merrydeck, thank you for the 200 bits. Betty, thank you for the 200 bits. And Ellie, thank you for the 100 bits. And then, of course, there was that from Ladybug, Octavia's best song, of course. We finally found out what that mysterious 35% is. What? Anyway. So, yeah, let's just ignore Twitch for a moment. And I've beaten you guys, I mean literally just Twitch itself. I can't tell how much that slowed him, to be honest. He was just kind of staggering towards me. Oop, I should not have let that second rocket hit me. Bastard. If I aim this way, does that hit anything? It hit something over here. Okay. Partial success. Yeah, no, with the cast time on this, I'm finding it actually annoying to shield gate. I feel like I'm just kind of throwing energy in their general direction in the hopes I don't die as a result. I've never really been a fan of shield gating as a main tank style. Because it can feel like sometimes I'm just casting every single attack. Just for a weaker version of Mesmer Skin. I don't really enjoy frames where if you're not casting, you fall over dead. Pretty much. Now that's going to have done a little bit of damage, but of course they're not doomed, so only so much. Comparing things to Mesmer Skin feels unfair. I was comparing to Mesmer Skin because you get multiple charges of literal invulnerability versus shield gating, which is a charge of invulnerability. That's the comparison there. Oh, worm's down. And I'm out of energy. My invulnerability has run out. I still have no energy from those kills. One orb. It didn't trigger neither my passive nor Arcane Energize. Why do I feel mana screwed? So this is one of the reasons I like Lavos so much. He doesn't ask for permission to stay alive. He informs the enemies he's going nowhere. So maybe I just need to build this differently. I'm seeing multiple people saying Equilibrium. Yes, I'm aware that mod exists. I will consider that in further approaches here. The reliance on it to be an energy source. I mean, I've got both the passive and I've got Arcane Energize here. The fact that I'm running out of energy at that point without lowered efficiency is kind of wild to me. At the very least, make that one make sense. Like, I feel like as she currently sits, she's just falling apart before I can make something happen.
Well done. Now get to extraction.
If I wasn't using forming them to stagger them as well, that would probably be it. Also, I think I fell out of bouncer and lost my 3. That's great. You just open your chats, 1 to 9. Fair enough.
Very good.
Yeah, it's pretty fair, dude. Thanks for the heads up on that. As also, it's a great comparison because it feels like people like Revenant find shield gating too active, and people like shield gating find Revenant too passive. Fair do. I will take your word on that for now, anyway. Okay. Now, the problem for me as a creator with such a frame like that is that because I'm constantly having to pay so much attention to not falling over, I can't even properly pay attention to you guys during that. One of the reasons I really like playing Lavos is that I can take the time to read without having to pause the goddamn game. Whereas otherwise, I end up being just someone doing the game in front of you and not being able to get any of the timeliness of the comments. Which then, at that point, why is it a live stream? But I'm saying, to be honest, I'm not a fan of shield gating. For the amount she needs to cast for a kit to work as intended, she could definitely make it work, especially since she has an innate Cendric aura for a brief respite. Or a polarity, to be clear. And yes, I can see that shield gating is an option on her. I still don't really like the mode. Yeah, feels like, do you want to use shield gate on it? Yeah. Yeah, this isn't the surprise. This isn't the surprise. Yes, they are directing us towards shield gating with her exceptionally low shields and a Cendric polarity on the aura. The floor is made of floor. Pillbug, that's your only warning. What do I think is the best stat stick for Cora? From what I've heard, Ceramic Dagger in Karnan. There you go. No puns allowed? Bad jokes aren't allowed. That was very much oh, I have a horse joke. Horse joke, go! Those kinds of jokes, when everyone does it, the chat becomes an absolute mess of groaning, people just trying for their 5 minutes of fame. And that leads to a very unhelpful chat, and so we outlawed it. I outlawed it. You can be funny, but you have to be funny. Isn't this rampant dagger good for initial combo? While core can already keep a combo up with the whip. Merrideck, I haven't looked into it too far, so yeah. Okay, Pillbug, you're going to learn that trying to be punny when someone just called you out for not being too, telling you to stop being so punny, yeah, that's called being a dick. So you can enjoy this timeout. That's called being a dick. I mean, if you want to see if I'm bluffing, you'll very quickly discover how often I don't bluff. That was your own dumb mistake there. Enjoy your 10-minute timeout. And if you think I'm a overreactive cunt for that, deal with it. I literally told you what would happen. And you went ahead with it. Right then. So let's see here. With Brief Respite and these two, we've got 230% conversion, which means that 25 energy spent is enough to restore the shield gate. Less than 25. So we could make this more efficient for this, but that then would make word saves no longer enough. With just a single streamline, I don't want to do the maths, I'm going to throw it out there just to see. 17.5, 17.5 multiplied by, I want to say 230? Yeah. No, that's only 40 shields, that's not enough. So if we want this ability to still shield gate, we can't drop the efficiency down. At most, we might be able to get away with a 15% efficiency, but at that point, why even use the mod slot? Why even use the mod slot? So that's not happening, or shield gate doesn't happen. Prime flow for the energy capacity, I think, is quite helpful here. Let's think this through. I can drop secrets to fit equilibrium into here. Doesn't need to be fully ranked. That's just a waste of capacity at that point. Preparation could be useful for anything not endurance. That's a whole mod slot for a frame that's going to burn through that energy pretty quickly. And we start with enough energy to cast the most important one of all. So I don't know, preparation's really going to be it. Alius asking, maybe I missed something. Why is it important to get a full shield restore nowadays to get effectively? Good point, actually. You don't need a full shield restore because they changed it where this gives you partial immunity based on the amount restored. So yeah, that's a fair point. We don't need full restore anymore. Is it worth then going for a little bit of efficiency? And if so, where? So I can drop the strength further, which I know I said we kind of wanted it around, but we can drop that further to give us more duration, to give us the opportunity to then drop it through fleeting, like so, making this all much cheaper to cast. The cooldown on this is a pain, honestly. Because if we use it to get orbs, we then have to survive for 25 seconds with just our kit. No crit damage bonus, no invulnerability, just kit. So that is a trade-off to consider. And to be honest, with all the bits I'm throwing together here now, this just doesn't feel like it does anything. What's the end goal here? What actually is the end goal of this build? Is the other question I need to consider. Which orbs? Sorry, Scroll, I don't know your whole question. You're hearing me fully, but I'm not hearing your thoughts. As I'm saying, catalyzing is broken at the moment. Any amount of shields, full gates. Does it? Oh, okay. Hadn't heard about that. What actually is the end goal of this build? Or anything that we're trying to get for a combo here? If we drop the strength, we lose the slow. And if we lose the slow, then there's not really much of a point to word scythes. Doom has the damage redirection. It also then enables us to use the actual armor strip on R4. Now, sure, once we got that and that combo, then great. But there's the narrower angle on it, it's only 40 degrees, the relatively limited range, and the fact we have to combo it, which is going to take time. So, as I'm saying, it's kind of divide between run and gun, weapon platform, and caster builds based around 4, yeah. Weapon platform, you're basically just running this one all the time. That's your crit damage, and then just go. I guess subsuming another weapon platform ability, because there's a few you can subsume. If you're going to go for cavalry nuke, you're basically going to 4, job done. And caster builds based around 4 is... Sorry, yeah. Run and gun / weapon platform. What's the difference between run and gun and weapon platform, really? Because there's no ability making more run here, so yeah. Oh, okay. Isn't fleeting equilibrium flow energy overkill? Can you spend energy that fast? Probably is overkill, Megaphant, yeah. I was switching things around and then stopped to really think about which direction I'm actually trying to mod stuff. Because if I just keep on throwing in mods with half thoughts, I won't have a coherent build. So that's why I'm trying to think through what's the end goal of the build here? What am I trying to make Dagath do? And how much do I actually care? Because I know plenty of people are going to care, and plenty of people are like, oh yeah, Dagath, great, fun, yeah! I'm trying to see it. Because there are 53 other Warframes I could pick. So what do I go for? Sucker asking, problem from weapons, platforms that Doom seems to be too lackluster, and he died too quickly anyway, right? I mean, you're not wrong. Doom turns the damage around, partially, and after a second. Is Arcane Nullifier on there a specific reason? Mostly it was just to protect the energy against energy Xmas whilst I was still getting used to the cycle of the Warframe. I haven't even properly looked into the Arcanes as yet. That's why this is, again, still early. This is early. Trying to figure out what can Dagath do properly and make a build around that. Builds, multiple, around that. And yeah, there's the forced synergies to try and consider as well. The stuff that just kind of, until you're intimately familiar with it, you need to be constantly reminded of it. Not really a helpful tip. You apply viral status. Yeah, no shit. Word slaves are great for inflicting or extending the doom on large groups since they punch through multiple enemies. Right, so... When it says the scythes also spread doom and extend the duration by how much? By how much? Keldon UK, thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime. The alerts are currently disabled because Twitch went complete brokey. I might be able to force it through. Nope. The pause in effect stops me forcing it through. Whatever. So yeah. So I'll have to owe you one on the alert there, but Keldon, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Okay. Seeing as the game doesn't want to tell me what the duration increase is, I'll see if the wiki has an info on it. Because the best way to play this game is to first open up a third-party fandom wiki and try and figure out what the hell your abilities actually do. Let's see. The slice enemies are slowed for a duration as given. Yep. Ability synergy. Strike Doom foes, word sives, trigger Phantom Wraith while refreshing Doom on the target's hit. Refreshing, okay. So it's not just extend the duration, it's reset the duration. Right. Marie said, never even noticed it's supposed to have an extended effect. Oh, fair do. Basically, you cast a Doom once, they're keeping word saves, keep spreading it around. Yeah. Problem is, this is a long to cast ability, and we need to cast abilities for our shield gate. Is the critical damage on Dagath 3 additive or multiplicative? I'd assume additive with the way they phrased it. Haven't tested that as yet. Someone else might already know for certain. The wiki probably says, but I would assume it's additive, because otherwise that'd be absolutely bonkers. I mean, it's already a pretty strong amount, so if it's not additive, that would be bonkers. Wiki says additive. Yep, there we are. So the wiki agrees. Esprit says it's a flat amount like Smeeta. Okay, Esprit, do you have any reason to say that? Because that's a strange claim, considering that Smeeta doesn't do a critical damage bonus. Smeeta does critical chance. And fixes your critical damage. So that can't be right. Just from using it for the past month and a half, says Esprit. Okay, Esprit. So you were saying a flat amount like Smeeta, and Smeeta is the one that provides you a fixed 200% critical chance override. So you're saying that Grave Spirit overrides your critical damage multiplier. Given the fact it is a percent and not a critical damage multiplier, I find that hard to believe. Smeeta overrides? Yes, Smeeta overrides. So yes, you see why I'm questioning what the fuck you were saying? Because what you were saying makes actually no sense. Ah, come on. Ignore you with pleasure. No, come on. I think part of the problem for me is that I'm just not feeling imaginative enough to want yet another weapons platform. Certainly not one that is a weapons platform I then have to actively keep alive by just continuously throwing energy through her shields. I just don't find that kind of survivability all that engaging and interesting, to be quite honest with you. That's right, bro. Yeah, Adaza is an absolute bonus, yeah. I'm not going to throw some Archon shards into her at this point in time, because that would just insult me. Let's get that out of there for now. Let's do this. We can at least bring in the natural talent, just to see how she feels with that in there as well. Is that an Unperformer? That is an Unperformer, yes. That was not my choice. That was Quest to Conquer Cancer. Also, I'm aware of the fact that I'm doing these tests with my Foreman setup, which doesn't care for armor strip. It has slash to kill. But if I didn't have that, I would probably be dead on the first mission still.
These foes deserve your respect. Honor them with quick deaths, and I with your victory.
Okay, so we slowed these ones down and... Where's the... that gone? Okay, yep, so we're spreading. The idea is keep that running to keep them slowed, basically. Slowed and affected. Still not sure if Doom is actually helping me any here. Because I could just kind of shoot through them. Yeah, they just kind of die. This is without the arm strip. Oh, really? G3 now? Now? How freaking rare is this spawn to happen? And now they arrive. Alright. Come on.
As you can.
Come on.
These are the targets. They seem so
Well, she dodged that. Or maybe she can't be affected. Let's try this again. Oh, there we are. Cool. I have no energy now.
3 have been eliminated. Impressive. But Tenno, next time follow my orders.
Give energy plus. Thank you. I mean, that killed that group of them.
Initiating reclamation.
Stop. As we say, imagine your unstoppable void charge being a mass destruction. Lotus tells you to run away from 3 mercy or grenade. Yeah. It is kind of wild these days, isn't it? I think part of the reason oh, bollocks. Apparently wasn't paying enough attention to all the things that could kill me. So part of the reason her one feels so long is that this isn't all the casting animation. The casting animation stops almost immediately. Yeah, look how long it takes for me to be able to fire again. So that delay in the firing, that's the cast animation. It just feels like that whole spinny spin is the animation. When it ain't. Yeah, I can almost immediately fire again. Okay, so I couldn't cast that through the wall. That's fine. Spend some energy testing that, whatever. Oh, and I'm dead. And I'm back. Let's get rid of you, because you'll drop some orbs. I can reactivate this. Alright, we got Mania inbound. Let's deal with Mania. Oh, I'm out of energy. Never mind, I'll just shoot you then. Whatever. That works too, I guess. Energy acquired. Trying to keep everything slowed and not run out of energy and not die. And we're out of shields. Apparently one got back here. Alright. Everything saying lower cast time actually means less invulnerability time on her ult. Yes, but that's during the cast animation. How would you propose that being any better for you? Okay, didn't intend to face tank that. How did he just explode? Oops. Honestly, I don't know if I'm feeling the slightest positive vibe from this. Slightest interest. I like Warframes that stay alive. This is a Warframe that seems to want to die. Banshee? Not quite Banshee level, but yeah.
Even though the mission was aborted, you are all safe. That means we.
The mission was not aborted, Lotus. We did the mission. Feels a bit forced using Shieldgate. I mean, some people are saying that they tank without using Shieldgate. They go through the whole health wall pickup process. Activator 3, get sent to 0, go into that mode, kill things, pick up health orbs, gain armor. Yeah. A Warframe that teeters on the edge of death, yeah. Oh, look, I picked up 2 natural talents. So, Doom makes it where they'll take more damage again in a bit, and we deal more damage to them with our crits, because this is active. And this spreads the Doom, and slows the enemies, but is a bit cumbersome, not gonna lie. Quick to cast, quicker than it looks. If anything, the look of it makes it feel slower than it is, which is confusing. And then there's this, which does a hell of a lot of damage, don't get me wrong. But it takes a bit of time to get there. It's cast in a line rather than a circle or sphere or cone or anything like that. And the defense strip on it only happens if you've doomed the enemies first. None Ray. It's a reference, not a specific call out to 104, I guess. Or she's a Warframe, so war. If this was WoW, should be the DPS class while someone tanks? Yeah, pretty much. But this is not WoW. So yeah, you can shield gate with her, and it seems viable enough that you can screw around with it if you really want, but like, I'm struggling to tell how much of the success there was her abilities, and how much of it was just Form in Prime being Form in Prime. Like, how much was Dagath really bringing to that entire mission? Take her out with some gimped weapons then? That's the problem. It's like, how far down the line do you have to go just to see if the Warframe's having a valuable impact? 3's immunity she gains dodge. I guess that's her immunity. Take off your crit damage mods. I mean, that just forces that. That's not testing, oh, is Dagath really helping? That's going, well, now Dagath has to help. That doesn't really answer anything. Yes, we know she gives a crit damage boost. Taking off a mod for crit damage just to see if we gain crit damage is... That's like going, oh, well, we're not going to use this pink paint. Let's see if we put red and white paint together. Does it make pink? Well, yes. Yes, it does. Congrats, you've used the red paint now. But we've still ended up at pink. That doesn't mean anything. On a control mission with Revenant using Inform for damage. Sure, why not? In fact, I'll do you one better than Revenant. We'll do it with Lavos. Why Lavos? Because we're not even going to stun enemies by existing. We have all the survivability, none of the ability casting. We're just going to exist in their area and shoot them with the Foreman and see what happens.
The art of combat must be practiced.
Alright, hello.
To truly master the canvas.
I'm Lavos.
of war.
I have the Foreman Prime. It needs stacks to get going, but once I have them, you die. Like that. And like that. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Dead. This is Steel Path, right? Right, one has to be certain. Oops, missed both of those shots. How's everyone here? Does Forming Prime have a large distance to the force impact? Yes. And increasing the projectile speed also extends that range further. I tested both of those. Come on. Oh, yeah. So like, this is what can be done where you just have a face tank and Foreman. So this is what Dagath is competing against. Just a sack of hit points and the Foreman Prime. And the Foreman Prime is just the Foreman Prime. It's not even the most powerful weapon in the game by far. It's a decent weapon, yeah, don't get me wrong, but it's just the Foreman Prime. It's no incarnate stuff, no extra special magical armor stripping perks or whatever. Yeah, it just exists. Also, apparently I didn't move my phone again. Oops. There we are, it's gone. But I just don't like Dagath's playstyle? Probably that. Yeah, it could well probably be that. I do prefer tanky frames. I do prefer the ability to just participate in the game rather than be a caffeine addicted 12-year-old just bouncing around. I see some people playing the game like that. I'm like, what the fuck are you even looking at that point? Just, I cast this, what? Operator, bro, chill the fuck out. That ain't my playstyle. When you start having to measure your APM in Warframe, bit much for me, thanks. I'll go, haha, gun go burr. I built my setup to survive and kill Jarl. And you know what? It does a damn good job of that.
Subject found in your name.
So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm just not built for Dagath. Was that a red crit? Oh, nice. Exactly, LD. Exactly, yeah. I wasn't good at StarCraft. I ain't good at it. Maybe that's the case. I'm just not good enough for Warframe. I'll stick to the lazy shit. I mean, let's be real. If Warframe was competitive, no one would be watching it. You'd watch someone who does care for APM and chill gate bullshit. Higher risk, higher reward, whatnot. APM stands for actions per minute. But like, with all the crap that Dagath needs to go through to make her setup work, adding on to how vulnerable she is, compare that to shooting with a gun. Just shooting with a gun. I mean, as far as I'm seeing, shooting with a gun works. I might be wrong about that fact, you know, correct me if I'm overstating something here. But it does feel like shooting with a gun works. Look at that. Tactical dodge out of the way of something I didn't even need to dodge. Just to add a little bit more pizzazz to the moment. Oh yeah, slash rock. There we are.
You have broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
Oh, hello, Angst. Do you enjoy rapid... Oh. How did you end up there? Oh, hi. How did I end up there? Well, that was different. Angst left, caught their breath, and then tried bringing me to them. And then I shot my gun. Yep. That's all it is to it. I shoot my gun. Ay, ay, ay. LD say, yeah, clearly it's a skill issue. You prefer to get the same result with way less effort without jumping through a million hoops to make it work. I mean, I wasn't going to say it like that, but yes, exactly that. Because, like, Lavos can technically get a higher damage output on his 4 than Dagath can ever get. Minus the defense strip. And Lavos could get a defense strip modded in as well. Tharos Strike is a thing. So you can have Lavos, Tharos Strike, and then use his 4 stacked up with however many elements you desire, obtained from any combination of weapons which just absolutely status overload the world. Job done.
A valuable lesson.
This is not very Warframe gameplay. Have you heard of Octavia? Ah, true, yes. The ultimate lazy frame. Squat. I let the enemies shoot themselves. That is true. I could do that. Ray said, I think part of it is the force combos to really make your kit work. It's falling in line with Oberon. You're not wrong. Yeah, she doesn't have synergy. She has combos. Synergy means you get more value out of what is happening. Combos mean you need to spend more to get your effect. Synergy is a bonus stacking on a bonus. A combo is a cost stacking on a cost. A massive legend 4923. Thank you very much for resubscribing with your Prime now up onto 5 months. I just took the last sip of tea, so you'll have a cheers of water instead. Cheers, massive. Oh, appreciate you. The alerts are currently turned off because, well, Twitch broke them. Twitch completely broke them. Although it seems to have stabilized. I'm gonna. Oh god, no, wait.
Ooh,
Nope.
oh.
Nope. It's bringing up the ones from the past. Never mind. Let me skip everything. Is that the skip everything button? What happened to buttons with names on them? Ugh. Right. Everything should be. Nope.
Betty is eternal.
I don't need to keep hearing the old ones! Okay, where's the we're done with these button? I was on the understanding there was a we are done with these button. No, nip. Okay. Cool. And the Keldon one that Keldon didn't get earlier. There we are. Right. Now, if they break again, I'm just killing them for the rest of the stream. Okay. Raven King say, doesn't Levels have defense strip without helmet anyway, just by infusing corrosive? It's not good, obviously, but he uses everything else so well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, Levels can use corrosive on his transmutation probe. That is about the best way to get out there, because you'll get 3 corrosive procs with every tick of damage, and you'll usually get a couple ticks per enemy, so you'll usually get at least 6 corrosive procs onto them, which is getting you a pretty substantial armor stripping effect already. You then have the heat from Catalyze, so once that whacks out and hits enemies, a couple seconds of that, they'll also be suffering that too. You could even put the heat into an earlier ability, or just get it from all kinds of places. No text, just animation for massives? Oh, did it not? Oh, I didn't notice. Did it not have the text underneath it? Hold on. I'm going to replay it again just so I can see what the hell's happened to that. That was the Keldon one. No, wait. No, it wasn't. No, I clicked the massive one. Why did it... Hang on. Why did it... Oh, right. Yeah, your name. Your, Right, so when it comes through, it goes M. Clem. It sees the ass and gives up on the rest of your name. M. Clem. I film in Prime build, please? Well, you did say please. So yeah, I have the language filter set to turn offensive words into Clem. I apparently have really overtuned it and need to fix that. Daniel, how dare you say such a horrible word? Ugh! So glad we filtered that. Great, now everyone's swearing. By everyone, I mean 3 people, but whatever. Right, let me see. I'm gonna see if I can fix that one right here, right now. That's gonna be in the... Oh dear, where is that? Streaming tools, this one, that one. I'm leaning right the way around my microphone to be able to see all the details because we're on the far side of that screen. I need the whole screen at once. Settings, not that setting. This one, nope, that one, there we go. Main stuff, this one. No, that's working fine. This... That's all correct. Hang on, wait. Where's the filter? Oh, for the love of... Right, whatever, you know, it doesn't matter enough. Clem is going to have to stay for now. No, you see, Umbrella, it's just... The Praise Clem emote is just the opposite of the bonk emote. Because if you think about what got filtered in Massive Legend's name, you then understand what Praise Clem actually is saying. And therefore why there is a bonk emote to be the counter to it. Completely pulled out my ass, but we're going with it now. This entire time, that's what Praise Clem has been. Yes, I pulled that one out my Clem. Yeah. Daniel is a Clem man. For God's sake, what have I done? Oh no. And I can't blame any of you at this point because I started this, yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. You thought we'd get changed to Clem? No, I can't actually change your messages in the chat. Believe it or not, there isn't actually the ability to do that. If you type out Massive Legend's name in chat, it says Massive Legend. That's just how Twitch works. So when the Grenadier shout to each other, get Clem? Yep. Get their asses. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, Sil, look at that. Great timing. Welcome in. Yeah, Warframe booty, yeah. With Clem, of course, yeah. It took a while, but finally, you know, someone said it. There it is, yeah. God's sakes. You've been here for a while, just lurking. Waiting for your moment to shine. I get it. I get it. Speaking of moments to shine, let me just have a gander here. Oh, yeah. This is better than cheap puns, said Pillbug. Yeah! Yeah, damn well is. You see why the rule exists now. If we go for cheap puns, we never get anything interesting. Whereas this, now we've created an entirely new lore around Clem. So does Grakita then... Oh, there we go that way. Don't start. I think. Yeah, two brackets. Yeah, twin brackets. I mean, it's. So Clem appreciates all, and that's something we already knew. Yeah. Yeah. Zom, please no. We don't. No. God. Why would you say that, Zom? That is cursed. Do I need a new filter word now? For when the bot tries to filter out inappropriate words, we can no longer have Clem nor Grakita. Can you time out a moderator? Unfortunately not, no. It actually demods them, and thus the only person who can do it is me. Oh dear. Filter out Clem in Warframe streams. Yup. We, yeah. Now we gotta get them Kuva Grakitas for science. Ah. So Dagath! Let's get back to Dagath, shall we? I mean, do we have to? I was actually having more fun without it. Ladybug, that wasn't the direction I was going. I was thinking more, you know... Well, let's not. Let's just... not. Anyway. You're trying to make this wholesome. Of course, Ladybug, of course. And I am not letting that happen today, apparently. But yeah, Word Siphs offers a slow, but the slow isn't that amazing until you get your strength up. But getting your strength up is costly. And Doom will apply damage multiple times over, but let's face it, is it really that necessary? That's the thing I find myself coming back to Doom. Is that it's basically a 50% damage buff, well, 35% modified by strength damage buff, so 35% damage buff that happens later. Raw is a team buff. Doesn't apply to just specific enemies, but in general, it applies at a much higher level. It double dips on status damage. It applies to abilities and various things as well. Yeah, it's just... Doom's just not good enough. If you reach a threshold where Doom would kill them, it instantly does it. Oh, does it? Oh, okay. Was that even in the ability notes? Hold on. Does it say... It's, first of all, is that a thing? And secondly, is that anywhere in the notes? And it takes viral plus a 3 bonus into account? Yeah, it's just damage done. Or are you saying it's double dips on that? The 3 applies to 2 and isn't mentioned. Oh no, the 3 applying to 2 is mentioned here. The effects are doubled on doomed enemies. That says. That literally is mentioned in the text there. But it doesn't mention about the health orbs people are saying it does. Not that the Doom proc gets it again. Okay, gets what again? The Doom... Let me go through your messages here. So, if you reach a threshold with Doom, kill them again, would kill them, it does it. It instantly does it. Translating those, it's Doom instantly procs this second damage effect, and it takes viral plus her 3 bonus into account, assuming you mean more than the expected amount. Is it double dipping? But Iceman then saying no, the 3 applies to 2 too, and it isn't mentioned, but not the mention I saw there. The Doom proc gets something again. Sorry, Iceman, I'm really struggling to decipher what you're talking about. You clearly know what you're on about, but I'm just not getting the connection. When Doom deals damage, it gets the bonus from 3. Okay. When you say it gets the bonus from 3, is it getting the bonus to increase the damage? I'm just going to go down to the simulacrum. Why am I asking you? Let's just see what happens down here.
You are a true hunter.
Hello,
Where would
Emric.
the
Welcome
sanctuary
in.
be without-
Needs you just to test it? It is, because communication on Twitch is difficult. Why aren't I following myself? I don't know that I physically can, to be honest. This might be a bit too high a level. No, I got some damage I can witness. Alright, 22 and 40. Oh, look at viral proc. Okay, now we do that. 44. Comes back for 73. 44, 80. 62. 22. 11. No, hang on. Doom, 50% return. Yeah. Okay, so 22, and then it does 11. Okay. 22 will then proc viral, so now I'll do 44. Oh yeah, 2 lots of 44, so it does a total of 44. 1 hit, 22. Never mind the Doom run out. 7, so 22 and 40, 31, half of that. So yeah, it adds all of the damage together. If I do a few at once, it stacks it all up. Yeah, it stacks it all up. Okay. So it turns it all into 1 hit, but I'm not seeing any double dipping of the crit. Or double dipping of anything. So, I don't have it on. I was using... Oh, right. Doom double dipping the effect. Wait. Okay, let's see. So... Oh, that was... Right. I have got multiple hits there. Interesting. So, 2 lots of 33. It swings for... More, 67. Okay. There we go, right. Two lots of 33, and then it whacked in even harder. Right. So we got 66, add on the viral proc, 132, and it did 131. Okay, and what critical damage multipliers am I using on the weapon currently? So this one is set up with just Vital Sense, so we've just got 120 bonus. Meridek, I apologise, I'm not going to read that, because if you go through what should happen but not what is happening, I'm not going to have a look. I'm just going to look at what is, and if D changes that, well, that's their problem. Okay. So we have our critical damage of whatever. Doom critical damage is 144% bonus. However, the damage output we're actually getting is double again. What we're expecting. But I don't see why it would be double. Because if my critical damage bonus with Doom active as well is 144%, then I have a total of 264% bonus. If this applied again, that would bring us up to 408, which is not double. Let's take this unmodded. See what values I get. Unmodded. Activate this. Do that, wait for it to swing. 60 damage, swings for 42. Which is higher than the 30, lower than the 60. It swung for 42. Okay. Let's figure out where this is all coming from. So the Foreman Prime as set up here, we got a 4.84 critical multiplier. I know it's 0.84 just from dealing with this gun so much. With the effect from Dagath there, we were getting 100% additional crit. And on the Foreman Prime, that is that 2.2 value. It says 3.4 because of course I'm getting even more here from Tenacious Bonds, aren't I? God's sake. Alright, so many moving parts. Adam Brody says the same thing. Yeah, right. Okay, so Foreman Prime 4.84 times, and then getting 2.2 times from Dagath, and I'm getting 1.2 times from Worm, as opposed to Word, which gives the hit directly 4.84 plus 2.2 plus 1.2, and 8.24 times multiplier for 60 total damage across 2 hits, or 30 damage across a single hit. No, 60 at 2 hits is fine. Now, after that 60 damage, we then saw a swing of 42. I don't know why I'm doing this off screen, where you guys can't see all the fun math happening, so 1 second here. Apparently I had it set up that you could see this at any point anyway. Let me just bring it on. Right. So now the 42, let's actually just calculate through. So 60 with Dagath's Doom, we were expecting 35% redirection, which would be 21 damage, but we saw 42 damage, which is exactly, it's just times 2, isn't it? So it's not a doubling of the critical multiplier or anything else, it's just double. If Grave Spirit active, double. Is that really it? If that's the case, then I can drop the strength and it'll still happen. So if I drop this down to a 13% redirection and just basically sod all critical bonus, then do that again. I've already got that spawned. So just normal hit. Oh god, I hit a viral proc. Just piss off. So yeah, 40 and 22, there's still the damage hits we're doing. Oh, viral procs. There. Activate this. Yeah, slightest increase in crit damage because we got so many bonuses already. 23, 47 because of viral proc. Doom. Wing. 50 damage dealt. Oh, and a little bit of electric damage. God damn it. Let's wait for that to go. God. Ah, right then. Just 25, that's good. It swings for 7 when the ability ended. I don't know if that'll affect anything. 25 swung for 7. Now if we look at the abilities here, 25 times 0.13, we're expecting 3.25. Double that, you get 6.5, which rounds up to 7. Yeah, it's just double. I don't know why. It's just double. It's not that the effects are doubled on doomed enemies. I'll have to double check on the doom critical damage now, but in fact, yeah, we want to check on the doom critical damage now. Is that even operating? Let's take Worm out of the equation. Just to clear a whole bunch of buffs. Okay. If I use shotgun mode, I'm probably going to use slash proc it and kill it. Let's not do that. Okay, 18 normal damage we got now. Until we hit viral proc. 18 is normal damage. We activate Grave Spirit. We go up to 22. We activate this. We go up to 25. So the increase is about the same, yeah. If I do this from back here, I should be out of slash proc range. Yeah. Oh, we hit a viral proc. Let's wait for that to go. That'll confuse things. And for that matter, let's just turn off all buffs. Okay, so no crit bonus at the moment. From back here. Damn it, I didn't mean to land a slash proc. I need to take off the multi-shot. Wrong thing. Okay. Now I can test. So, from here, 229. Or 230, sure, we'll just off by 1, why not? Or 231. Oh, I must be in fall off territory, that's what's happening. 231, okay. Activate this, wait for viral to go. 231 to 283. A 52 damage increase. That's too far away. Can I get the same spot I was in before? 335. About the same damage increase. Yeah. So the critical damage is increasing there. That is it. The crit damage is being doubled. Or crit damage bonus is being doubled. And when we went from 231 to 283, a 52 damage increase, that was with a 50% crit damage bonus? Yeah, 50%. 231 was using a 4.84 multiplier. Whereas with the 50% bonus, that will become a 5.94. And that comes out to 280-ish damage. Yeah, that lines up as well. Okay, cool. That is working as expected then. And because all of that is working as expected, the main conclusion here is that if Grave Spirit is active when you shoot a doomed enemy, the doomed enemy takes double damage from the scythe. On top of everything else that's happening, it just takes double. And I have no explanation as to why. I may have missed it in the tips. Nope. 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 That's if that should definitely just be on the Grave Spirit mod card, but otherwise, nope. 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 It's not mentioned. It's just not mentioned. Alright, cool. Let's move on from that now. Let's go to Rubico here. Sets up with non-slash. Good. There's a teeny tiny bit of slash in there, but mostly non-slash, which is what I want for the next bit of testing. So, that does take a good chunk of damage out of it. So, what I want to do here is see if it would be a kill shot, just double tap it. So there, it waits and swings. Waits, swings. If I go for the headshot, I'll just instantly die, so let's not do that. That could have been a result of the slash proc. Goddamn slash procs. Why you get in the way? Okay, let's massively weaken you quickly. Ooh, that was a lot of weakening. Damn it. Slash proc. Wait for that to go. I've got a very, very low slash chance. Where is this slash coming from? Okay. This is going to kill her. God damn it. Those munitions? I thought I took it off. I thought it wasn't on there. Was I blind? I might have been blind. Nope, not on there. Not slash, not slash, not slash, not slash. Nope, 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 not slash. This tiny slash value here is still procking. Stop. God damn it. Alright. Quick weaken. Quick weaken. That should do. Let's get a big old slash kiss in. All this to test one thing that's not mentioned anywhere. Okay, let's get a couple more hits in, and then it'll swing for those hits. There we go. Ah, oh, damn, that last shot was lethal. I need to get a shot where the scythe swing would be the lethal bit. That's what I'm trying to make happen here. Which is apparently a lot more difficult than I had intended. As I'm saying, extra care, would that be too much of a nightmare to test? How long it takes to execute damage to actually apply? Not sure why you're asking. Ooh, slash proc again. Okay, wow. I can't work with that. What is the health bar? You'll fall over when I look at you. Yeah, there we are. Okay, big ol' Hitterino. Too strong. I wonder, can I get away with a single headshot? If I doom it as well, I might get the answer I'm looking for. Maybe. 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 Hold on. That looked like something right there. That looked like something right there. Let me switch my screens around because there's going to be some bits and pieces you're not allowed to see in a second here. So I just need to bury those all away. But I think I saw what happened. So I just need to grab the recording I just made. Dagath, will you just shut up with the idle noises? Do that. Now none of the NDA stuff is around. I can share this. Right, let's see then. So it was this bit here. This was a test. I'm looking. So this was a test. It is doomed. I scope in. Waiting for that hit. There's the hit. The heavy gunner is not dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 frames later. That is 0.2 seconds later. She then dies. Was there already a scythe on her when I shot her? Ah, there was. Test invalid. Test invalid. That scythe had already appeared. I needed to wait for that to happen first. But now I know that I have enough damage that I can do the test properly. Let's switch us back. Minimize these other things for a moment. Let's try this again. So if I just doom you right now, wait for the doom scythe to swing, then I headshot. Oh, I need a lot more damage, don't I? Damn, I need a lot more damage. Let's just restack up by ordinary kills. Of course that wasn't enough. There we go. And then a second one is probably needed. Okay, that should be enough. That should be enough. So now, doom. Wait for it to swing. Oh, come on. That wasn't a lethal shot. Are you kidding me? That is unfortunate. Okay, let's try this again. I need energy. Shit. One question, one answer. Come on. Yes! That confirms it. That confirms it. Unless I was... No, that's gotta be. That's gotta be it. Alright. Hold on a sec whilst I swing things around. Clip it. I've got my saved file. Just need to bring it into the editor. Right then. So, one question, one... Let's mute me. So that scythe definitely swung. So this is a brand new scythe, and there it is. Hit applies. Count the frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Interestingly, it's just like before, 12 frames. Which then leads me to the question, okay, on the previous one where I bungled it, how long had the scythe been there? Does it kill 0.2 seconds after lethal damage has been achieved? that applies, so that will be the start of the ability. Because that should spawn a scythe. And it does, yeah. Okay, so that is at 4950. So if by 5050 it's dead, if it's dead before then we know that's how it works. Oh wait, yeah, that was a different one, wasn't it? Wait, what? Was that a prior test? No, that wasn't. How long does this thing stick around? How long does the scythe take to swing? Hold on. Okay. Oh, is it 2 seconds? Oh, okay. Let's see here. So that hits there. This is a 0022, and it swings. There. It's 3 seconds. That is a long delay. 3 seconds? But that's non-lethal damage. So this one then, it was 4950 where it applied. So at 5250 it would swing. But instead I shoot it and it casts it early. There it is. That's the actual mechanic. That's what's actually going on here. The scythe will swing in 3 seconds unless the total damage in the scythe is more than the enemy has hit points left, at which point 0.2 seconds later, bam, dead. That's what does it. So you get up to 3 seconds to rack up half lethal? Yeah, pretty much. That seems to be what it is. And then if you miss that window, it'll just swing and deal whatever damage was done, and then after that, a new scythe can spawn. So I'm saying if it's 0.2 seconds, no wonder why it isn't that noticeable fast fire weapons against standard enemies. Yeah. Yeah, if you have a 0.4 second time to kill, then in 0.2 seconds you'll have hit half the damage to them, by which point the scythes will probably be ready with the other half, more or less, and then 0.2 seconds later they'll also kick in, but you've also killed them in that time. So if your time to kill is 0.4 seconds or less, roughly speaking, then yeah, the scythes ain't going to do it. Scroller Wizard saying the more strength you have, the less than half lethal you... Oops, sorry. The more strength you have, the less than half lethal you need, correct? Yeah. So, if we just switch back to the game then, with this really screechy frame. Doesn't hitting them reset the timer on the scythe? No. I didn't see that. In fact, we can quickly test that. One, 2, 3. Yeah, no, it doesn't reset the time. Cool. Does not reset the time. This would be so much easier if DE published the 4 minutes. Honestly, yes! If DE just mentioned how their goddamn characters work. Like, why do you need a YouTuber to tell you how the game works? Why? It leads to misinformation. Like Umbrella's one there of doesn't hitting them reset the scythe trigger. Well, no, but the game doesn't tell you any which way how that works. It doesn't tell you that the damage stacks up into a single scythe. It doesn't tell you any of that shit. A portion of the damage Dagath deals is revisited upon them by a word scythe. When? They also suffer viral damage. Cool. Morgado, I would say Electroframe and Warframe info are okay to use. That said, I must warn you that all third-party applications are used at your own risk. DE do not endorse them. So if any point now or in the future those apps cause any issues for your game and cause you to break TOS, then you would be banned. But I do use both Electroframe and Warframe info because, to my knowledge, at this point in time, they do not break TOS or EULA. Yeah. Is a scythe affected by armor? Only as much as your own damages, Trager. Armor doesn't double dip. Viral doesn't seem to double dip. Nothing seemed to double dip, aside from if this is active, then that just deals double damage. I'm probably raising a good question about the scythes. No, yeah, Umbrella, so the scythe lasts for 3 seconds, so if you get a 15-second duration, you would get 5 scythes, not 4, 5. First one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If you got to 15.5 seconds, then you could theoretically get a 6th scythe. It will trigger in that 15.01 or further seconds, and then swing a few seconds later. Because I have seen a swing happen after the ability timed out. Yeah, I see what you're saying there, Esprit. Look at this initially, you'd think, oh, well, you need the word scythes for Doom to revisit the damage, because it says it's revisited upon them by a word scythe, but the word scythes aren't actually needed. So that is poor phrasing. They shouldn't use a capitalized word scythe there when not referencing the ability word scythes. That is bad, yeah. You didn't know it persisted after the duration? Yeah, I'm fairly certain we've seen that. Let me just re-verify. So, cast that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ability run out? Okay, I might have slightly mistimed that. I'm gonna hold up a stopwatch and do this accurately. Let's see. Into fire. Ability runs out, Scythe hits. Yeah. Scythe persists after end of ability. Cool. Whoo! Alright then. Fred, he asked me if the drops from today and tomorrow are only obtainable in the official streams. Correct, yeah. If they announce any drops, you'll always see in their same announcement where you get those drops from. I highly recommend you double check that post and read all of it, not just the bit that says there are going to be drops. Rarely are drops available on non-DE channels in Warframe, and we creators usually make a bit of noise about it. Okay, so word scythes. Guaranteed viral, spreads doom, slows enemies. I think the slow is the least important bit there. I mean, technically it should be more important because of the whole, crowd control, keep you alive, but it's turning out that really, do we want that? Was there an official stream today? Honestly, no idea, Cybernetic. I don't pay that much attention to when each of the various streams happen, because there's Warframe International that streams at times that I just don't look into. Regular world say, I'm guessing even though the scythe stays, you can't increase its damage after the ability ends. That's an interesting thought. Oh, we've got one. Okay. We have to time this again to make sure I get this right. Okay, so normal hit, 820, swings for 287, 2 hits there, 552, and then 820. Oh, I was a bit slow on doing the draw there. I did that wrong. You know what? That's too niche for me to care. I'll be honest with you. If the enemy is still alive by the time you got to the end of Doom there, you've screwed up. They've been alive for 15 seconds under the effects of your ability. Get killing them already. So I'll leave that niche one. So, where do we go from this? Yo, the Eminix, welcome in. Thank you very much for raiding on over here with all 26 of you. How are you doing? Welcome on in. For those of you just arriving, welcome, I'm the engineer. Solve practical problems, slight rager at times, and we're in the midst of trying to figure out what the heck is going on with Dagath here, because Dagath is slowly but surely moving more towards the Varuna side of, dear God, DE, why did you not mention half these things that are happening? So I hope you are ready to settle in for a stream of, oh dear God, what is happening? Why DE, why? Because that's what we're doing. We're wondering why DE have done what they've done. Yeah. Cybernetic Prime, since the effect will keep... sorry, oh, that's a double message. You've split your message into 2 parts. Let me find your other message. So, instead of something with high burst damage, would the 2 benefit more from something that causes sustained damage like Viral, Hunter, Torrid, and Carnon? Since the effect will keep proccing on its own due to slash procs. Cybernetic Prime, I need you to explain that last bit. What do you think is different about the slash procs that makes it so valuable here? You're suggesting that the effect of Doom would keep proccing on its own, don't understand, due to the slash procs. I'm trying to see what you think is happening there that's different from a burst damage weapon. Because I'm not picking up what you're putting down there. Merodek say, for Clem's sake, roll will increase the damage of a scythe. Oh, well, it's increasing ability damage, makes sense. Thanks for checking that. Did we get a shout out for the raid? Doesn't look like any of the mods have done that. No. Let's fix that. There it is. LD's saying, yeah, we did. LD, I don't know who you're replying to. You are probably lying. Anyway, as I'm saying, if anything, I'm leaning towards slow burst weapons because that delay, we're 0.2 seconds shorter, it would be to fire again. LD, you're on warning now. That's why we think of bad jokes. And trying to patch things up as, no, it was a bad joke. That one I really can't stand. It's just a joke, bro. Why can't you take it? I was just saying one thing and meaning something else, bro. It's just a joke, bro. I was just being funny, bro. I know that's not you, LD. But right now, that teaser's a little close to it. And you don't want to be that guy. Because then you sound like this, bro. And it's not a good sound to have. You trying to say face in a really dumb way? Yeah, bro. Anyway, enough mocking random viewers. Let's not do that. And doing chav speak is not something you need in your life with Brummy accent of all things. Here's the thing, Umbrella. That's where I grew up. That's where I grew up. The heart of Chavland. I made a point not to have the accent. Would you listen? Would you really want to listen to a whole bunch of these guides in that accent? I wouldn't. Oops. She dead. That wasn't intended. Maybe for an April Fool's video? I don't think I could do that to myself because I have to listen back to my recordings many times over whilst cleaning up and editing and producing the videos. And that... Nope. Just no. No. What's Chav, British Gopnik? What's Gopnik? Chav is a certain variant of a local lout. Typified by baggy pseudo-sportswear clothing, a general disdain for any authority, very low society, broken families, broken windows, broken teeth, probably. Yeah. It's not a compliment to be called a chav. It's not a compliment. Just British hood? Kinda? I guess? Yeah. So I find it funny that since the UK is so localized. Well, here's the thing, Zom, is that the UK is an extremely dense location, like densely populated. So you don't have to travel very far to past 100,000 people. Whereas at where places where accents barely change, well, when you account for how many people you have to travel past before accents change, it's probably going to be about the same. It's just like, say, in various parts of the US, you can go half a state before you meet another soul. Whereas in the UK, you throw a stone, and if you're not careful, you're probably going to hit someone. Which is that packed in. You've seen studies based on what we call tag. On what we call tag. As opposed to what you call tag. Or... Where? Tag you. That's why I'm wondering if that's what Zom's about, because if so, we don't call it tag, at least not where I grew up. Doom Leg's powerful, low fire rate weapons, huh? Maybe. So let's see how far we can take it. Where does it get really valuable? Because this at base value redirects 35% of the damage you dealt. But if this is active, then this will actually do 70%, because it'll double it. So if we get this to 50%, with this active, this will redirect 100% of the damage. And if that redirects 100% of the damage, then if we hit half the damage, like take off half the health of the enemy will just die. That's gotta be it. Does Doom refund energy if the enemy dies prior to the scythe swing? I would imagine no. Because you can have multiple scythe swings. Doom just applies, and the initial damage of Doom starts a scythe. Because it does a token amount of damage, 500 damage. Meredith saying, final test about Raw. The scythe damage gets doubled on impact from the scythe, but the scythe doesn't contribute to the damage pool stored by the scythes when trigger the early scythe. Scythe damage gets doubled on... Not sure what I'm picking up there. Okay, so... Going back to this then, because this strength here got that to 50%. That was a bit Meredith, yeah. That was some word salad. Like, individually, those words make sense. Combined, no. As soon as I passed the halfway mark, it died. Let's use the laser beam. Let's use the laser beam. So, enemy is doomed. I'm gonna start shooting. What? What? What just happened? That didn't seem like I did enough damage to kill her. Okay, so I need to do a viral investigation. Let's grab the epitaph. It turns out that the key to understanding and playing Dagath is to not actually play Dagath as advertised, but instead to find out these weird hidden mechanics and use those, because that's how you create a Warframe, where everything worthwhile is a hidden mechanic. Does it store all damage between swings? Yeah, so once the scythe appears, all damage you deal until the scythe swings is part of the scythe swing. Yeah. Okay, so let's just... What? Why is my go-to epitaph not doing viral? Oh yeah, because I need the primer setup, not whatever this is. Right, double check, yep. There we are. Okay, let's try this again. Now we activate this. It's got 10 stacks of viral, but it's not speaking for like loads of damage. That's about 50-ish damage there. Oh, it ran out. A little bit of tick damage. Turning into a lot. Thanks, Corrector. 9k turns into 40k damage. So it's double dipping on the viral. Nope, and that killed it. It's double dipping the viral. Apply viral one, I beg you. How dare you beg here? Okay, there's 4 viral. About 13k damage. Oh, the viral run out. So about 11k damage. Swings, 47. 11k swing, 47. So we're getting 50%. That doubles it to 100%. And then, yeah, 11k multiplied by max stacks of viral, about 40k damage. Yeah, it's double dipping the viral. Yep, it's double dipping viral. That's confirmed. So let's add up where we're at so far on this. The damage redirection has a hidden doubling effect so long as you have Grave Spirit active for reasons. This means then that at 50% redirection, we actually redirect our entire damage. But then when you also apply Viral, which is a 4 times-ish multiplier to damage, we're applying 4 times more damage directly, multiplied then by it happening again from this, going to 16 times effective. Technically more like 17 at max tax, but let's round our numbers. So the combination of Viral and Doom will give you a 16-fold damage output. Actually, plus your original hit, closer to 20-fold damage output. Whereas normally you'd have 4 times, so effectively Doom is multiplying your damage by 5 at that point. Something like that, right? Yeah. What does double dipping mean? It's applying twice? Yeah. If something double dips, then the effect of whatever's being double dipped is being applied a second time over. And the XQ factors it in too. Right, okay. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. The word scythes, which aren't these word scythe, but the word scythe will hit after 3 seconds for all the damage is accumulated, unless you reach lethal, in which case it'll hit in 0.2 seconds after the moment you hit lethal. Okay. Okay. So now what I want is to spawn in this. Bop. Bop. Dead. Yep, definitely dead. No question about that one. Back record that. Fiddle things around on this side. And then let you see it. Zoom out a bit. We activate all of that stuff. One hit. The heavy gunner is down about 20% health. Second hit. Took it well over the halfway mark. And then just slice. Now, let's think about this bit here. At this point, the word scythes have... the word scythe didn't decide this is lethal. Which is interesting. So it's saying that this lot isn't... so this lot is more than... what would that be? 4.25 times this? So let's bring the level down a bit and try that again. Stop screeching, Jesus Christ. Noisy idols really do my head in. I'm getting rid of it. Stop. Okay, so let's bring this down to 150. I think for the first one, yeah, I need to get stacks first. So let's just kill that one. That gives me 1 stack. Triggers a lot of goodness. Full stack. Okay. Back record that, and we'll come to look into it. Here we go. So all the viral procs. The original scythe is swung. We scope in. Hit number 1. Now this 10 stacks there. Let's no, I'm just gonna bust out the ruler. Alright. With my very scientific method of measuring this, we've got 9.5 centimeters, as I've got this on my screen at the moment, of yellow left, and that's that 1, 2.25 lost. Which is, are you kidding me? Which is just below the threshold where, if this were all true, if everything is adding up as expected, if I'd done just a little bit more damage, that would have been lethal instantly, supposedly. And then, moments later, I hit the second shot, and it's at this point here we can count the frames. Shot hits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, death. 12 frames later. The 0.2 second window of mortality we have observed. As soon as lethal is recorded by the scythe, it goes, cool, yep, good night. 0.2 seconds later. So let's see if we can get that on a single shot now. Trying to take as little of the enemy hit points as possible. That's what I'm aiming for. I'm trying to get that minimum point. Just to really verify what we're seeing here. So let's bring this down to 140 now. I've given it long enough that now I can go in, grab 1 stack, and then repeat the test. Oops, didn't reload the gun, whatever. Doom, slice. Interesting. Interesting. Does the frame rate alter a delay at all, or is it a hard-coded 2-second delay? That would require someone with a different frame rate to test. Now, oh, I don't have my 3 active. That's what's happening there. I wondered why that wasn't working. This turned off. Don't know when or why, but it turned off. Oh, I don't have enough energy now. There we go. Okay. This might be enough to test with. Yes! Yes! That looked pretty much perfect. That looked pretty much perfect. Kikoki, switchy switchy. So this is where we get all those viral procs on. 10 viral achieved, the first cipher swung. We hit. Okay, I hit it very hard. Yeah, that was a little bit more damage than I was expecting to hit it with. And then just death. And you see again, damage hits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3. Probably it's 0.2 seconds there, that was a frame out. Death. And you can see the sheer amount of damage there. So I deal 2 lots of 14,139. That's 28,278 damage. And then the scythe deals 121,143. Which is 4.28 times the damage. 10 viral procs gives you a multiplier of 4.25. I don't know where the extra 0.03 is coming in. I'm going to chalk that up to damage quantization. Which is a fair claim at any point in this game, so deal with it. But yeah. Interesting. We can cap Warframe frame rate in settings. I suppose we can, yeah, let's see. Alright. I'll get. Oh, this hurts me. You are going to experience no difference on your side because I'm streaming at 30 FPS, and that's just necessary to give you the proper resolution and bitrate. But playing. My eyes. My beautiful eyes. Are we sure this is 30 FPS? It feels much worse than that. That didn't feel like 30 FPS. I'm changing that right now because this is killing me. Oh, back to smoothness. Oh, okay. Just for science. It's just for science. That was painful. Okay. Weeping aside, let me just see what we actually recorded there. What happened? What happened with that? So, fly into action. And this is the second one. We've already, no, this is the first one. It's where we get the stacks. Never mind. So this is test one. This is one we test. Okay. So let's see here. Damage hits. One. And then. Oh, damage hits. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. 8 in-game frames, 16 frames of my recording. Which would make that 0.26 seconds. Now that could be out for various reasons. Also, the damage actually... It's the damage I've been going by, but the hit point bar changes differently. So I click, the hit point bar changes. 2 frames recording later, 1 frame of game later, the damage actually appears. And then it's from the damage we should be counting, really. So, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. Whereas on the previous test, at a real-world fire rate. So we see on this one, this is the 60 FPS. Once again, health bar goes down, then the damage appears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I guess depending on which way you measure it, it's actually 13 frames. I've been saying 12 frames, but now I look at it, technically the delay is actually 13. Can I render more than 60 FPS? My screen doesn't record more than 60. I have a 60 FPS screen. Okay, so on the prior test here, what did I observe? We have the, so the health bar drops, 1 frame later, the damage hits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now that's a frame faster. So there's some variation in it then. There is a little bit of frame wonkiness going on. It is approximately 0.2 seconds. But depending on your measure and depending on when the game ticks, I guess, it might happen ever so slightly sooner or later than expected. But it's about 0.2 seconds. The main takeaway is it wasn't twice as long or half as long at 30 FPS. It was about the same amount of time. Yeah, 12 frames, give or take. Racing, sorry for noticing this, but it looks like the sight will hit head occasionally and trigger a headshot multiplier. Well, it didn't there. No, that's... I mean, it loses its head. And everything else about it. Oh. Yeah. I don't think the scythe would recognise if it was going to go for the head. That wouldn't make sense for the ability to randomly decide head or not, and then go, oh, but would the headshot be lethal? Now swing. That, if that's the way it works, D can just do one, quite frankly. So let's. I'm just going to skip over that one, right? For sanity's sake. But in this, we can clearly see when I shoot it. 30 FPS. This is very painful. But when I shoot it, we see how much health it has left. Look at how much health is left on this thing. This thing has barely been hurt. It is beginning to recognize that you may be a threat. But it is not yet even close to concerned. We haven't even triggered the mercy threshold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just a little bit later. I was already a few frames into it, so don't count those. Just a little bit later, the scythe goes, oh! Oh, I could do that. Oh, I'm all Shindaru. Nani? Basically. So that's what's happening there. So, what can we do with this information? I think we might be able to take this further. I think we might be able to take this much, much further. But I don't know if we can afford to. Because you see, that's with a 50% redirection, which technically is 100% redirection. So if we pump the numbers up, we don't need Doom to last very long. We just need it to last long enough to hit. And if we keep on boosting, 3. Let's stop there for now. Let's stop there for now. So if we start here, wasn't really what I was looking for. Oh right, I didn't activate my 3. Oops. Now let's activate my 3 and do that again. So, 1 to get the viral, 2 to activate Doom, tap. Oh. That was immensely disappointing. I was expecting an earth-shattering kaboom. There it is! But is it all that I'm really looking for? What have I really achieved there? So this, going at 93%, means we actually get... With 10 viral stacks, we multiply our damage by nearly 8-fold. So theoretically, we would need to hit the enemy for... let me see here. Theoretically, we need to hit the enemy for 11.3% of their health, and then they'd be dead. Theoretically. Theoretically. That's what would do it. So if I... This... That... That... Okay, I think I just shot it there. You know, just a few too much bullet in that one. Never mind. Lots of crit damage here. Death. Yeah, that was definitely death of the instant variety. Rick would be proud. Curious. Fair do, Flood. Fair do. You have your thoughts. There we are. Yeah, that worked. Who needs armor strip when you can just multiply your damage multiple times over? Yeah. Let's watch that last one in slow motion, shall we? Let's watch that last one in slow motion. Just gonna bring it in. Spinny, spinny, spinny. Let's get a good appreciation for that health bar. I shoot. You can see the corrosive proc on it, so that is definitely sniper shot material right there. Wow. That is a lot of damage. Look how little I actually have to hit this thing for. Look how little actual damage I'm doing. And then the ability just kind of goes, yeah, that's enough. That rounds down to 0. The real damage is before the viral even? Yeah. What did I change for that again? I gave it more strength. Because by giving it more strength, the 2 will redirect more damage. And the 2 redirects more damage. Plus the doubling from the fact that just the 3 is active. God knows why that's there, but yeah. And it just kind of goes crazy. Real damage before the viral? No, I applied the sniper effect whilst the viral was in effect. No, it's level 195 heavy gunner. 195 heavy gunner steel path modifier, yeah. No, it's Zom, read the screen. Don't do that. Zom, nice try, but no. Yeah, I was using a heavy gunner because Gok stats like to spawn random turrets when I unpause them, so I'd switch to a heavy gunner briefly. So yeah, that was that's pretty powerful, right there. That is pretty powerful. Apply viral. Tap. But this brings us back to the question then of the setup and the execution of this, no pun intended. In order for this to work, we need to have the 3 active. That's just by default. That's fine. We need to get the 2 onto enemies. Yeah, sure, that's not too big of an ask. We need to then 10 stack them with viral to get that massive double dip multiplier, and then hit them with enough damage. The damage will now kill them. And then do that for every single enemy. Because if you have enough damage to do this on a heavy gunner, then on a lower tier unit like an elite lancer, they'll just fall over anyway. Will be my theory. So this would mean you can have enough damage to make an elite lancer fall over, and then you viral stack the heavy gunners or the other heavy units, and it double dips. So that's when you pull out the viral priming. Rather than having to viral prime everything, you viral prime the heavy targets by having enough damage to kill the smaller ones. This stack sits so much higher that theoretically that should just be enough as a matter of course. That's mostly what I'm picking up here. Which would mean then that the 4th ability is kind of pointless. A long cast for a lot of damage when you could just kill the enemies. Quicker, cheaper. How's this work with an AoE weapon? Same way, ZD. Don't see why I wouldn't. It's just damage. Collective Curse only uses your damage, like the caster's damage, Derfelion. It doesn't deal with anyone else's. So if you have a Kalevo and a Dagath in the squad, that won't combine together. I don't know if Dagath's word scythes only... Sorry, Dagath's Doom only applies to herself. I think it does from the description, but I didn't check that. Duration dumpster, 4 time slot. I don't know about dumping duration, though. I don't know about dumping duration, because you need long enough to be able to make things happen. Won't be as effective against enemies of Overguard? Correct, Merlin, yes. Which actually kind of kills the entire thing. The hardest, most threatening enemies are overguarded, and you cannot viral proc your way through overguard. Therefore, you don't get the double dipping effect. Therefore, the maximum multiplier you'll get will be 70% of your strength. And that won't be enough. At that point, you might as well just shoot again. Because then you'll get the 3-second delay because you're not going to get lethal. Zom say 3 is the dump. Oh, Zom, the 3 is the thing that's doubling the damage on the 2, as well as giving you enhanced critical damage, as well as giving you double critical damage against those which are affected by the 2, as well as giving you moments of invulnerability if you screw up. Yeah, no, Zom, that is a hot take right there, and I think that is a bad take. The 3 is what turns on her kit. This is possible because of the 3. Otherwise it'd be half that much straight away. I was going to say, I don't see it not working on Overguard, so the viral doesn't work on the Overguard. That's the problem. The whole reason this is impressive is because this little bit of damage here led to this chunk of damage. Without the viral stack, first of all, this bit of damage would have been only this bit. It would be 4 times less. And then this also wouldn't have got the 4 times multiplier and wouldn't have had the 4 times multiplier from the incoming damage. So from that shot I did here, this against Overguard would be a 1/16th of that. Less than 1/16th, actually. 1/18th of that. Overguard would take 18 times lower damage from this setup. Effectively giving Overguard, let me turn this into an armor equivalent. Oh, how do I solve that one? I'm just going to shove this through a Warframe Alpha. I can't bother to resolve it. 0.9446 equals A over A plus 300. Solve for A, please, Warframe. Alright, yeah, so Overguard resisting this effect is the equivalent of Overguard having 5,000 armor. Let's put it that way. That's how strong this is, and how weak it would be versus Overguard. It would be like Overguard having 5,000 armor against Dagath's ability. And you'd have no corrosive way to get past that. Makes sense, Gorm, yeah. Her 3 makes everything drop health orbs if you're under its invulnerability period. I mean, a 0.2 second delay zom is really not that long. If you have a fire rate of 5 or less, then this would trigger before your next shot, guaranteed. If you have a fire rate of 10, you're firing every 0.1 seconds. If your first shot would be just this close to lethal, you'd still take many more shots to kill. This thing's already there. So the whole 0.2 second delay is only a problem if you would have the enemy dead in well, in 0.2 seconds, basically. That said, you do need the viral stacking for it to get this particular scaling. Without the viral on here, you're just getting your damage back. At 70% of your strength. I would say, is there an Xmas Heavy Gunner? Oh, sorry, Xmas enemy stronger than Corrupted Heavy Gunner. But yeah, Xmas Heavy Gunner. Forfeits elements. I mean, if you have enough damage that it just kills, then yes. It's seeing where the breakpoints are. Obviously, if you're shooting something where you just kill, then you go. Did it damage on a 2 cap at 100%? Don't see any reason it would. No. In fact, no. Look at that bar. That ain't capped anywhere, is it? Although I didn't get the ability to 100%. But we're definitely getting more than that out. Let's see. More strength. Oh. Hold up. Wait. Oh, yeah. No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's up to 100%. Huh. Okay, well, we managed to get around that then. The ability cap's 100%, except if you use viral and you use a 3. Or you use a 3, actually, both do it. This doubles that, so 93 becomes 186. And then viral multiplies it again. 4.25 at max stacks. For a total multiplier of 7.905. Or 790%, if you will. Max stack viral, activate 3, you get 790% redirect with this. At 100%, you would end up with, well, 8.5, yeah. Yeah, so you get maximum 100% on Doom with whatever strength is required for that maximum, and then you can make it 200% with Grave Spirit, and then you can make it a total of 850% if you add in 10 stacks of viral, because it double dips. Robert's saying you just need to break the overguard to make it work. Make what work? Yeah, redirect is a strange choice of wording. Rather than like damage repeat. Damage copy. Redirect suggests going somewhere else. Is the damage redirection shown on the ability after Grave Spirit or before? Before. So Grave Spirit added on doubles it. When you have 35% base, this turned on makes it 70% base. It just does. Reinstate? No. Reinstate is bring back. As in bring back the hit points. Whereas this is do again. Damage Aftershock? Aftershock's a good word, yeah. That fits well. This is sounding more like a D&D stream now. Propagate? Propagate is spread. Doesn't trick you like Reeve? No, it just doesn't tell you that it exists in the first place. Okay, well, in all this time, I still don't think I fully understand Dagath. But we're a lot closer to understanding now. A heck of a lot closer. There is a lot more going on behind the scenes. Building this is going to be interesting. Word saves to propagate Doom? Yes, they do that, but that's not what we're talking about. Can multiple Dagaths charge the same scythe? I would imagine no. Because it's a portion of the damage Dagath deals. Not any Dagath, just Dagath, i.e. yourself. So I'd be surprised if that allows for others to contribute. But that needs testing. If any Warframe can contribute, all Warframes can. Not just a second Dagath, though. Starkhead saying there's a strange interaction with Xmas Overguard. Destroy the Overguard while the enemy is doomed, and the scythe will pretty much kill the enemy, even though the actual damage is minuscule if it had hit the enemy directly. Okay, let's see what's going on there. Let's see what's going on there. That's a curious claim. I want to see what's going on with said curious claim. So let's grab an Xmas unit. Here we go. First of all, without dooming, let's see what happens to your Overguard. Not a lot. Actually, quite a bit there in the end. And then to your normal health, sweet FA. So we can see here, this guy is much more resilient to damage on his health than he has on his Overguard. And then I can do this with him. Ha! Get stabbed. Idiot. So his Overguard is much weaker than his health. Now let's see what happens. Doom. Swing, swing. Woo! How much damage was that? Sorry, what? Why does this keep getting weirder? That was a noise? Yeah. I mean, I think it was a perfectly valid noise. What? Doom. Bomb. And this is with no viral, because viral doesn't have an effect here, theoretically. So I've done a total of, what's that, 232-ish thousand damage? I might as well just show my calculator in front of me. 232,868, okay. $400k. I mean, that amount of damage makes sense, but... Oh. Oh! Oh, I see! Oh! Oh, that's brilliant. It's not a headshot, Ray. Stop with the headshot stuff. Ray, you're missing the obvious. Doom copies your damage. It double stacks on the viral, but that's an aside. It copies your damage with a bit of a modifier attached to it. There is no armor on Overguard. So when I hit the Overguard for 200,000 damage, it then swung based on 200,000 and it doesn't double suffer armor. So when it swings that second time, it ignores all the armor of the unit. It's, yeah, Umbrella, it's dealing true damage. Or at the very least, it's not counting for the armor. It might be viral damage. No, we've not seen any health modifiers. No, it's got to be true damage. It's got to be true damage. It's not having any health modifiers in the way. It's got to be true damage. It takes the value you hit for after armor or other resistances and then applies that as true damage, modified by the ability bonus. So Xmas units are actually weaker to Dagath than other units. That's wild. It's the only thing that makes sense. It's the only thing that makes sense, because if we bring up all the ability information stuff here, so we got 93% carryover, which is double, so it's actually 186%. I got 232,000 odd damage. Multiply that by 1.86, comes out to 433,000. Within a rounding error of it. I was 1% out, and that's probably going to be from the ability card actually being out. How much have I actually got on here? It says 93, but how much is it actually? 2.67 times 35%, 93.45. There it is. There's the 1% I was out. Double that, it's actually 187 rather than 186. Yeah, there's that 1 percentage point. This is why Terra suggested Breach Surge, true damage squared. Oh god, yeah. Oh yeah, her fourth ability just can't hold a candle to that. Her fourth ability does a lot of damage, but her fourth ability at this point I'm going to say is a trap. If you want to use her fourth, it's the same with so many fourth abilities. If you want to use her fourth ability, you can invest into it and work it together and make it happen, sure. Robot saying, combine that with viral, it would apply even further juice to increase damage on health. Yes, it would. Yeah, you're very right there, Robot. Yeah, it would. If I had a single stack of viral on this guy, he would have instantly vanished. That scythe would have swung, and he would have been gone. Also, how long did the scythe wait to swing there? Was it a full 3 seconds? Or did it early swing? Well, it wasn't lethal, so it should have waited a full 3. Yeah, so the scythe appears on cast of the ability. There. 9:15:00. So at 9:18:00, it swings. Yeah. Swings. Yeah. So that scythe did do the full 3 seconds. It didn't detect lethal from the fact that the Overguard will be killed. So that wouldn't trigger it. Okay. This is wild. Really well saying, yeah, but I just did a steel path survival and had 2 and a good weapon also killed them in an instant. Yeah. So I'm saying, in fairness, I don't think you've been particularly playing where a 4 tends to shine. It usually wants missions where you have enemies in choke points or full enemies in choke points. I guess, but at that same point, we can then just have punch through weaponry, which does the job already. We'll be spending the 4 on dealing with them. And to get the defense strip, you would also need to doom them all. And when you've doomed them all, you can just kind of smack them with your weapons and all. Breach Surge would give you a blind for survivability. You're very right there, Raptor, as well, yeah. Breach Surge is such a strong ability. Punch through needs line of sight. Punch through needs line of effect, not line of sight. Your sight can be blocked and then you punch through stuff, because that's what punch through does. That is wildly powerful. I did not expect that, but it was just not even thinking about the interactions going on here. I wonder if even DE expected this interaction. That by hitting Overguard, you just bundle up damage to then smack the health. You have to wipe out almost all, if not all, the Overguard. If you do any less than half, then you'll just be hitting Overguard again. So you need to obliterate the Overguard, and then it will obliterate the health underneath. Or health and shields, because its ability damage will bypass shield gating on Corpus too. Robot Destroyer say, just try Breach Surge, it doesn't seem to count damage from the word scythe. Okay. Not sure what your test would be to draw conclusions from that, sorry. Thorough Strike makes feel like Kalevo. Fair enough. I don't think she needs an armor strip. I really don't think she needs an armor strip, because here's the thing now. If you combo what we've just discovered with Slash Procs. Slash Proc hits, gets viral bonus, hits for a lot, bypasses armor, the Scythe picks up that damage, swings again, swings for the damage again, it gets the extra bonus from viral again, and continues to bypass armor. You don't need a strip. So long as you can get the initial damage there, it happens. With 10 viral procs, you need to 20% kill an enemy. Multiplied by whatever bonus you're getting from the Scythe. I mean, Zombie might just be killing enemies very quickly already, yeah. Because that's the thing, this takes the existing damage and turns it around and puts it into more. But if the enemy's already dead, then it doesn't matter. You won't even notice a 0.2 second difference if you were already expecting your damage to probably be killing those enemies. And if your damage was not enough to kill those enemies, then the Scythe wouldn't kill them for you. Unless you explicitly damage stacked the viral procs. Yeah, Zombie, in fact, were you using a high viral status output weapon when you were using her? Because if you're not using a high viral status weapon, or if you're not using viral at all, then you won't get it. You're using Burston. Burston is not a damage type. Try again, Zom. Come on, I'm going to be blunt with you of all people here. You know you didn't actually answer my question there. A viral hunter munition bursting. Okay. Well, that should have plenty of viral output. At the same time, hang on. Viral hunter munitions bursted. Slash procs have a 1 second delays on. This is a 0.2 second delay. If you're killing with the slash, this will be killing them for you as well. Honestly, it just sounds like you weren't aware of the effect to look for it. Or you mod it for viral hunter munitions when you have no need of doing so. Which is also a very real possibility. I typically use a corrosive heat one. Because I find things die quicker than a second, so I don't need the slash procs. And yes, that includes Steel Path and Grineer. Meredith saying, Dagath we're testing, report 1. Dagath number 2 can spread Doom from Dagath number 1. Spreading Doom, fair enough. Both Dagaths can trigger a Cypher from Doom, but each Dagath will have its own multiplier. The Cypher in this case. Is that after doing the spread? Because you might then at that point have your own Dooms applied. Yeah, Zom, it does sound like your Hunt Munitions was not actually helping you at all. And say, nope, try without spreading. Okay, cool, right. We need someone in this squad then. If that's what you're experiencing, Meredith, we need someone in this squad. Am I set to solo or not? Can't see from in here. Let's just leave anyway. I need a guinea pig to play not Dagath. Just one person on not Dagath. Got 53 other options to pick from. DM me in game. I should have stopped the stream already, but I'm invested in finding out this last little bit, so we're doing it. Yeah, that's fine. There's plenty of other people here. I'm sure someone's in game can send me a message, bring you on into the squad. We'll do a quick little bit of simulacrum testing. Just gonna reload the sim whilst I wait. Probably a few people on a delay on the stream at this point, so they've been watching for a while. And Twitch falls more and more behind the longer you watch. Let's grab the heavy gunner again. Alright, so we got people who would hop on, but they're busy or doing other things. Zom takes too long to load, Snake is in bed, Merodek is busy with someone else, Esprit just says lol. I mean, you want to tell me out of 150 people here, not a single person is ready to help out and learn? Ray is just busy. Busy, busy, busy. There we go! A regular world player, come on in. Sarkilla, thank you, but now actually a little bit too late on the draw. Let's bring in a regular world. I hope to goodness they have a decent connection, because otherwise I might regret not going for the PC player. Hello, Kanak. Alright, what are you loading with? Yeah, it should be fine. Okay, so once they've loaded in, I need you to shoot this enemy with a weapon that doesn't do a damaging DOT. So no heat, no toxin, no electric, no gas, no slash. As long as you avoid those, we're good. And the reason for that is just to keep this simple. So corrosive is fine, impact is fine, cold is fine. No, not gas. SBI specifically said not gas. Here we go. Alright, so I doom them. And again, go for it. Shoot. Too late. Never mind. Okay, wait for the scythe. Like, now, go. Shoot. Shoot! Shoot! Oh, for fuck. Okay, let me make this more clear. When the scythe swings, shoot before the ability runs out. Smiley face. Just to make it clear I'm not angry. When the scythe swings, shoot. There we go. I said no damaging DOTs! How hard was that? Okay, whatever. No scythe appeared, so someone else damaging it doesn't activate it. Never mind. Whatever. At least you can follow no basic instructions, but it's fine, regular world. We appreciate you all the same. You are representing the best that console players have to offer. One instruction. It's fine. It's fine. So, the most interesting bit to take from that is, despite Meriadek's experiment, regular world there did not trigger a scythe from my doom. Sorry, didn't see the bonus element was heat. You did heat slash! I want you to understand. Okay, just no, don't go bouncing away. Alright, look, I want you to understand, okay? I don't blame you. You're just a console player. You don't remember that slash is a damage type that does this damage over time. Go back to Mario Kart. Thank you for your assistance. Unless you have a Dagath. If you have a Dagath, go equip your Dagath. Otherwise, thank you and have a good evening. They might have a Dagath. Okay, cool. Now let's see. Do they grab Dagath or the Ash? I'm concerned about this one. Still going? I need to know the details. Alright. Yep, that is definitely a Dagath. Cool. Alright, so. This time, same again. Same again. Shoot when scythe hits. Swings. Shoots. So it... The one thing I thought it wouldn't be, I specifically said this earlier on stream, the one thing I thought it wouldn't be is that it wouldn't be that other Dagaths could trigger your ability, but not other Warframes, because that wouldn't make sense. And that's how it works. What? This doesn't make a lot of sense to me. This doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'm just like, hey, Warframe, is any system going to work in a normal manner?
No, it's gonna be horrible.
Oh, okay, thanks. Sure. Sure. Maybe Dagath is the plural of Dagath? Alright, cool, yeah, sure, let's go with that. Yeah, no, that actually makes perfect sense. That actually makes perfect sense, doesn't it? A portion of the damage Dagaths deal. No, deal, it would be deal rather than deals. Never mind. It was a good shout. It was a good shout, but not quite, no. Unless D's grammar is just incorrect. Yes, Esprit. Yeah. I only figured out more about how to use it recently, Esprit. Like, I've never really looked into it, but I do have a variety of features I can just mess with. Like, I can turn myself from how I currently sound into more of a podcast approach, which is a strange addition to how it operates, and then just switch back again. Which, I didn't really know that I could do that, but there we go. Yeah, it's just always been there. So what's the takeaway here then? 4 get subsumed with Nourish as always. No, not that, no. 4 get subsumed is probably a good idea, but with what has yet to be fully decided, probably Breach Surge. Sounds more like YouTube videos? Yeah. Meredith coming back with more testing. Multiple Dagaths hitting a doomed enemy at the same time will trigger separate scythes. And because you mentioned about the strength elements of it as well, Dagath is triggering a scythe on if an enemy is doomed, not if Dagath doomed the enemy. Right, I see. So it's like Limbo. Limbo A can banish an enemy. Limbo B can banish an enemy. In both cases, the enemy is banished. It doesn't matter who banishes the enemy is banished. If Limbo A banishes an enemy, Limbo B can stasis the enemy, because the enemy is banished. It doesn't matter who banishes it. So Dagath and Limbo have something in common. Their abilities don't really care who started the fight. They're just getting involved. And you know things are bad when you compare a frame to Limbo to try and make sense of it. At least, from your testing, Merodech, you found that different Dagath strengths will apply their strength for their attacks. It means that you can't have a Dagath with 13% strength screw up your 190,000 strength build. They both hate Xmas? Actually, Dagath loves Xmas. Dagath loves Xmas units. Have you seen what happens with an Xmas unit? I thought you saw this. Here is Xmas. Okay. As you do. Here is Xmas. Ah, I think I did that wrong. Yeah, I did that wrong. Let me try this again. I'm not sure how I did that wrong, but I did it wrong. Yep. That's pretty effective. No 3? Oh, that's what I did wrong, isn't it? No 3. Whoops. I keep forgetting about that. Because it's not really that visible that it's active. Anyway, Ooh! For comparison, when I don't use the 2, this is just with 3 active, no 2. This is the damage output. Just using the 3 here, we can see I've got the enhanced critical damage, I'm going for the headshots, and eventually I kill the guy. Okay? And according to the game, the only thing Doom is going to do is a bit later deal 93% of the damage I dealt. That's what the game is claiming. For those of you who have very recently arrived, that's what the game is claiming. And that's what Dagath does. That is wild. That is wild. Well, I know how I'm going to start my video on Dagath then. Yep. I know how I'm going to start my video on Dagath. That's all done and tested. Regular world, have yourself a wonderful time. Thank you very much for dropping into testings with us here. That is where we're going to have to wrap things up, though. That is where we're going to have to wrap things up. With that in mind, if you haven't already grabbed yourself the ticket for the Platinum giveaway, make sure you do that now. ! ticket in the chat for a chance to win it. We'll give you all a moment on that for those of you who have yet to grab a ticket. Just a moment, though. Good learning made today? Oh, yes, indeed. You can see why I put off a lot of investigation into early Warframes, or newly released ones, because things change, things are adjusted here or there, things declared bugs, things declared not bugs, and all kinds of weird things are found. And then I do the dive, and I find yet more weirdy schminniness. I don't even know if half of how much of this is known. Let me see. How much of this is on the wiki? Now I can properly look it over. How much does it mention about the Doom double super troubadour? So let's see. Inflicted damage to a doomed foe with Dagath's weapons and abilities triggers a Phantom Wrath, which summons a floating spectral sickle, scythe, above that individual target and stores an amount of every damage instant dealt to it within a time limit of 2 seconds. It's actually 3. After the time limit elapses, or when the stored damage amount becomes lethal to its target, the spectral sickle, scythe, strikes its victim to inflict the stored amount as true damage. Okay, the wiki knew that bit. Can be triggered repeatedly. Phantom Wrath is also applied on Doom's initial cast to store a percentage of the ability's viral damage. Yep. Each Doom foe may only have one scythe floating above them at a time. Yep. Phantom Wrath's stored damage is not shared between doomed enemies, only to a single enemy. Yep. Strike Doom foes with Grave Spirit to inflict 100% weapon critical damage bonus and double the damage stored by Phantom Wrath. Okay, so the wiki did know about that bit as well. Does it seem to mention anything about the fact that viral double dips, though? The wiki doesn't have that bit. Sweet. So we did learn something. We did learn something that was not on the wiki. Also, it doesn't mention... Well, I guess it just doesn't have a tip section to mention the fact that Overguard becomes a bypass for armor. And that's the main things we discovered there. And that the viral counts the... the lethal trigger counts the double dip. Let's see, it says... After a time limit elapses, which it has incorrect, or when the stored damage amount becomes lethal to target attacks. Yeah. Okay. And the game is explaining even less of this, so that's fun. That's fun. Right, I think that's enough time for everyone to grab some tickets, whilst I just verify that last bit of information there. Let's see then. Let's see, how many have we got here? Interesting, interesting. Somehow I expected more people to enter, but it's fine. We have 63 people in today's giveaway. 63 entrants, which means on average... Well, not on average, just as a matter of fact, there's more platinum being given out than there are people asking for it, so fair enough, there you are. The winner today, though, the only one who's going to be walking away with platinum from this stream, is indeed going to be... Bullet-Toes. I think that is a combination, a portmanteau, if you will, of bullet and toes. Bullet-Toes, congratulations, you are the winner of platinum today. I'll be contacting you shortly after the stream ends to get a hold of your Warframe username and platform. We'll be able to get that sent on over to you. GG on that. But now, chat, that is where we're going to have to raid on over to another part of the Warframe community. Let's just switch over to this lovely little intermission screen here. I'm going to mute up the desktop audio just in the off chance that someone is streaming something they shouldn't. But let's see, who do we want to raid today? Thanks for streaming the stream. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. And just a reminder as well, if you do enjoy these streams, make sure you hit that subscribe button to support me in continuing to bring this to you, because it is quite literally your support that allows me to continue. If it weren't for the support I get here on Twitch and on Patreon, yeah, I think I would have had to have gone, this ain't working by now, quite honestly. So it is literally you guys that allow it to continue. Let's see, who do we want to raid today? Who have we got in the Warframe category? I am seeing, we've got Liam, we've got Clover, we have got Neo, And then we get into names I just don't recognise, pretty much. I see Queen Misrule down there as well. We're gonna go Clover. It's for those of you who've not been to a Clover stream. I'm just gonna warn you now. Clover's a bit of a weird one. I also really need a haircut. God damn. I know I needed a haircut, but it looks real bad today. Anyway, we are going over to Clover. Your lucky Clover. She is certainly a bit of an odd one. For some, you may consider it cringe, yes. For others, it'll be good and fun. And just, brace yourself if you've no idea what you're about to get into. That's all I'll say on that one. Clover's a wonderful person, though. Brilliant to meet at TennoCon. Absolutely brilliant to meet her there. Right, we're raiding on over. That is all we have got time for. Thank you very much for joining me. I do hope you have enjoyed all that we have discovered throughout this stream and all the ragey, weird moments that happen as a result. I will be back again on Friday for, well, we'll have to see what the supporters vote for over on the Discord. So if you are a subscriber, make sure you voted for this week's Friday stream. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.